Here's a truth nobody wants to hear. If you're not investing, you're actually losing money. Not because the market is taking it from you, but because inflation is. Right now, inflation is eating away your savings at about 2 to 3% every single year. That means if you have $10,000 sitting in a regular savings account, it's worth less next year without you spending a dime. But here's the crazy part. Rich people know this, so they don't keep their money sitting around. They put it to work in the stock market, where historically it grows about 10% per year on average. So the question isn't whether you can afford to invest. The question is, can you afford not to? Let me break this down simply because the stock market sounds more complicated than it actually is. A stock is literally just a tiny piece of ownership in a company. When you buy one share of Apple, you own a small fraction of Apple. You own a microscopic piece of their buildings, their patents, their future profits, everything. There are millions of shares available, so you don't need to buy the whole company. You just buy what you can afford. Thousands of companies let you do this. When the company does well, your piece becomes more valuable. When they make money, some of that flows to shareholders like you. That's it. That's the stock market. Now, the most important principle in investing isn't how much money you start with. It's when you start. Let me show you why with real numbers. Imagine two people. Person A starts investing $5,000 when they're 25 years old and never adds another penny. Person B waits until they're 35 and then invests $50,000 all at once. Assuming an average 10% return, Person A ends up with way more money by age 65, even though they invested less than 1/10 of what Person B invested. That's the power of time and compound interest. You're not just earning returns on your initial investment. You're earning returns on those returns, year after year. Starting early with small amounts beats starting late with large amounts. Every single time. So how do you actually start? Step 1. Open a brokerage account. This is literally where you buy and sell stocks, and it takes 5 minutes. Open an account on platforms like Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab, or even apps like Robinhood or M1 Finance. You'll verify your identity and link a bank account. That's it. Step 2. Fund your account. You don't need thousands. You can start with as little as $100 or even less on some platforms. Many people start with $200 to $500 because it's enough to feel real, but not so much that it feels risky. Step 3. Pick your first investment. For absolute beginners, I recommend index funds, or ETFs, not individual stocks. Why? Because instead of trying to pick winners, you're buying a basket of hundreds or thousands of companies at once. A fund that tracks the S&P 500, for example, automatically includes 500 of the biggest companies in America. Here are the biggest beginner mistakes I see people make, and I want you to avoid them. Mistake 1. Trying to pick individual stocks before you understand them. You're competing against professional investors and algorithms. Just don't. Start with index funds. Mistake 2. Panic selling when the market drops. The market goes down about 20 to 30% roughly every 5 to 7 years. That's normal. That's not a reason to sell everything in a panic. The people who panic sold in 2008 or 2020 locked in massive losses. The people who stayed invested or kept buying made huge gains within 2 years. Mistake 3. Waiting until you have the perfect amount of money before starting. You won't. Start with what you have now. $100 invested today is better than $1,000 invested 5 years from now. Here's what happens next. You open that account this week. You fund it with whatever amount feels right. $50, $500, whatever. You buy an index fund or ETF that tracks the overall market. Then you do something radical. You don't look at it every day. You set up automatic monthly contributions if possible. Even $25 a month adds up. You check on your portfolio maybe quarterly, not daily. The money sits there, earning returns, compounding year after year. And in 10 years, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Before you go, remember, this is educational content meant to teach you investing tips for beginners and basic personal finance. This is not financial advice. Do your research. Talk to a financial advisor if you need personalized guidance. Everyone's situation is different. But what's universal? The sooner you start, the better. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe to this channel. We drop videos every single week on money habits, passive income ideas, and how to actually build wealth. What's your biggest question about investing? Drop it in the comments, and I'll answer it in the next video. Now go open that brokerage account.